Over 60, here is the truth about fish that most people never hear. You sit down to a seafood dinner believing you are doing your heart and brain a favor, yet the choice on your plate can quietly help or quietly harm. After 60, the wrong species can add mercury and pollutants that work against memory, balance, and blood pressure, while the right species deliver omega-3s that support arteries, reduce stroke risk, and help you stay independent. Tonight, we will keep this simple. First, 4 fish older adults should limit or avoid because of higher mercury or contaminants and poor nutrition value for the price. Then 4 affordable, widely available fish to put on your weekly list because they are rich in DHA and EPA and low in mercury. No scare tactics, only facts you can use at the store and at the restaurant. Here is why this matters now. Large predatory fish tend to concentrate mercury as they age, which can affect the brain and nerves, especially in people with cardiovascular risks. On the other hand, 2 to 3 servings a week of oily, low-mercury fish is consistently linked with better heart outcomes and may support brain aging. That is the target we will help you hit by the end of this video. Before we dive in, tell us in the comments which fish you buy most often and why. Your answers help us tailor guides and shopping lists you can print and take to the market. If this is your first time here, welcome to Senior Strength 60 Plus, where we turn strong science into everyday choices that keep you sharp, steady, and independent. Stay with us because the 4 to skip may surprise you, and the 4 to choose can save you money while protecting your heart and brain. Worst fish number 4. Imported catfish. If you see catfish on sale and think it is a simple, budget-friendly win, pause for 10 seconds. When catfish is imported, especially the swai or basa types raised overseas, the story changes. Many of these fish are produced in crowded ponds where disease spreads fast. So farmers rely on veterinary drugs that would never be allowed in U.S.-raised catfish. Government import alerts and reinspection programs exist for a reason. They have repeatedly flagged aquaculture seafood from certain suppliers for residues of unapproved antibiotics and other chemicals. That is not scare talk. It is why regulators test imported catfish for drug residues, heavy metals, and pesticides before it reaches your plate. There is also a nutrition trade-off most people miss. Imported Pangasius-style catfish tends to be very lean in omega-3s compared with salmon and other oily fish, and it is often fed grain-based diets that push the fat profile toward more omega-6 and less omega-3. For older adults who already battle inflammation, that is the opposite of what you want from seafood night. If you are choosing fish to help your heart, brain, joints, and blood vessels, you should expect real omega-3 support, not a near-zero dose. Quality control matters. U.S. farm-raised channel catfish is inspected under the USDA's Saluriforms program, and imports must meet an equivalence bar with oversight and reinspection on arrival, including lab testing. That extra layer exists because overseas aquaculture standards vary widely. When you choose domestic farm catfish or third-party certified imports, you are voting for tighter rules and cleaner inputs. So what is the smart move if you love the mild taste and price of catfish? First, check the label. Look for Product of USA for catfish, or choose responsibly certified Pangasius when domestic is not available. Second, rotate in better omega-3 performers like wild Alaskan salmon, sardines, or canned salmon on other nights. Third, keep prep light. Bake, grill, or air fry, and pair with greens and olive oil to tilt your meal toward anti-inflammatory. For seniors over 60, Those simple swaps can protect circulation, brain health, and independence without raising your grocery bill. Quick safety checklist. Avoid unlabeled catfish fill lists that do not list country of origin. Prefer U.S. farm-raised catfish or credible certifications when buying imported Pangasius. Keep portions to 2 seafood meals per week if you are just starting to optimize choices, and rotate higher omega-3 fish the rest of the month. If you take prescription meds, talk to your clinician before big diet changes. Next up, the third worst fish surprises almost everyone because it is often marketed as healthy. Stay with me so you do not get fooled at the seafood counter. Worst fish number 3, tuna. Tuna feels like a smart, lean choice. It is in sandwiches, salads, and easy cans in the pantry. But after 60, there is a quiet risk you cannot see. The issue is mercury. Bigger tuna live longer and eat many smaller fish. Over time, mercury builds up in their flesh. When you eat those fish, a little of that mercury can build up in you too. The brain and nerves are most sensitive. Memory, focus, mood, and balance can all feel off when exposure climbs. The heart is not immune either. That is why it pays to be picky about which tuna you choose and how often you eat it. Here is the simple picture. Canned light tuna, usually skipjack, is the lowest mercury tuna on average. Albacore, also called white tuna, is higher. Big eye is higher still and lands on lists of choices to avoid for frequent eating. These categories come from the same federal data used to build the National Fish Chart. They group fish by measured mercury levels so people can pick safer options. Older adults can use the same guidance to stay on the low side. Why this matters more after 60. The body clears contaminants more slowly with age. Many people also take medicines or have conditions that already tax the brain or heart. Adding extra mercury exposure on top is not a good trade. Health agencies agree that methylmercury is a neurotoxin and that keeping intake low is wise. You do not need to fear fish. You do want to choose the right ones and set a friendly frequency. What to do if you like tuna? If tuna is a must, choose canned light tuna in modest portions and rotate with lower mercury fish. Think salmon, sardines, trout, pollock, and herring. Keep albacore to occasional use and skip big eye. If you eat fish 2 times a week, let most of those servings be low mercury species. That way you still get omega-3 benefits for the heart and brain without the heavy metal baggage. Warning signs to take seriously. If tuna has become a daily habit because it is easy and low cost, pull back. Swap in salmon pouches, canned sardines, or trout when you can. If you notice new brain fog, tingling, vision changes, or a faster irregular heartbeat, speak with your clinician. Those symptoms have many causes, but it is smart to mention diet, including fish choices. Quick shopping script you can use today. At the shelf or online, look for phrases like light tuna or skipjack, limit white or albacore, avoid big eye. Pair fish nights with a simple salad in whole grains. If you want a very safe default, choose salmon, sardines, or trout most weeks. Those picks keep mercury low and omega-3s high. Your brain and heart will thank you. Tell me in the comments which tuna you usually buy. If you are switching to safer options, type switch and I will send you our simple fish swap list in the next video. Stay with me because next we will cover a tuna alternative that delivers protein and omega-3s with far less mercury. Worst fish number 2. King mackerel. Mackerel is confusing because there are 2 very different stories hiding under one name. There is the safe kind, like Atlantic mackerel, and in moderation, Spanish mackerel. Then there is king mackerel, a large predator that builds up far more mercury than most people realize. Many older adults see mackerel on a menu or a package and assume it is all the same. It is not. That mix-up can quietly work against your brain, your heart, and your independence. Why king mackerel is the problem? King mackerel lives longer and eats other fish. That puts it higher on the ocean food chain, where mercury accumulates year after year. Tests from federal monitoring programs repeatedly place king mackerel among the highest mercury fish commonly sold. When you eat it, that mercury does not simply pass through. It can settle in tissues, especially the brain and nervous system. Why this matters more after 60? With age, our bodies clear contaminants more slowly. Many people also take medicines for blood pressure, rhythm, mood, or memory. Add extra mercury on top, and you stack the deck against the very systems you are trying to protect. Health agencies classify methylmercury as a neurotoxin. In older adults, higher exposure has been linked with problems in memory, concentration, balance, tingling or numbness in hands and feet, and mood changes that can be mistaken for just aging. The heart can be affected too. Mercury is associated with oxidative stress and rhythm disturbances, which is the last thing you want if you already manage hypertension or arrhythmia. Clear guidance you can use today. FDA and EPA advisories put king mackerel on the avoid list due to consistently high mercury levels. That advice is written for pregnant people and children, but the same measurements help any adult who wants low mercury choices, especially after 60. In contrast, Atlantic mackerel is a best choice. Spanish mackerel is generally a good choice, meaning occasional servings are fine, not daily. If you like the rich taste of mackerel, pick Atlantic by name and enjoy it without worry. Safer swaps with similar benefits. You can keep fish nights and protect your brain at the same time. Choose salmon, sardines, trout, herring, pollock, or Atlantic mackerel. These are dependable low-mercury options that still deliver high-quality protein and omega-3s. Canned salmon and sardines are budget-friendly, shelf-stable, and simple to prepare. If you want the flavor profile of mackerel, try Atlantic mackerel fillet or smoked herring. Both are satisfying and far safer. Not all mackerel is bad. Atlantic mackerel is excellent. Spanish mackerel can fit in. King mackerel is the outlier you skip. Make that one change and you keep the benefits of seafood while avoiding one of the highest mercury fish on the market. Tell me in the comments, have you ever checked which mackerel you were served? Type switch if you are moving from King to Atlantic, and I will add a simple fish swap card in the next video. Stay with me. Up next are 4 smarter fish picks that protect memory, mood, and heart health after 60. Worst fish number 1, farm tilapia. Tilapia looks safe. It is mild, inexpensive, and on every menu. Yet for adults over 60 who are eating fish to protect the brain, heart, and joints, tilapia often gives you the least of what you actually need. The issue is not mercury. Tilapia is usually low in mercury. The real problem is value for health. It brings very little EPA and DHA, the omega-3 fats linked with better memory, calmer inflammation, and heart protection in later life. If you are choosing fish to stay sharp and steady on your feet, you want a reliable source of EPA and DHA. Tilapia rarely delivers that payoff. Farming quality also varies a great deal. Some imported operations have been criticized for crowded ponds, weak oversight, and the use of drug treatments to control disease. That history is one reason many nutrition experts focus on sourcing and certification when they talk about aquaculture fish. As we age, infection risk and medication interactions matter more. So the safer move is to favor species and suppliers with strong quality controls, or to pick fish that naturally provide the EPA and DHA you came for in the first place. Here is the simple truth you can say on screen. Mercury is not the main worry with tilapia. The concern is that you give up the nutrients that make fish powerful for older adults. You fill your plate, but miss the anti-inflammatory fats that support brain cells, blood vessels, and joints. When you do the weekly math, 2 meals of tilapia do not move your EPA and DHA intake very much at all. 2 meals of sardines, trout, salmon, or herring do. You can keep this practical. If you already have tilapia in the freezer, pair it with a second seafood night that does carry EPA and DHA. Think sardines on whole grain toast, canned salmon salad, or baked trout. If budget is tight, sardines and canned salmon are often the most affordable choices per gram of EPA and DHA. If you still want tilapia once in a while, look for credible certifications and reputable retailers. Then balance the week with oily fish so your brain and heart still get what they need. Cooking ideas that work for seniors. 1. Pan-sear sardines and finish with lemon and parsley, then serve with steamed potatoes. 2. Mix canned salmon with Greek yogurt and herbs for a quick spread on whole grain crackers. 3. Bake trout with olive oil and a sprinkle of paprika, then add a side of beans for extra potassium and magnesium. 4. If you choose tilapia on a given night, add a side of chia pudding or a small omega-3 supplement approved by your clinician to raise your weekly EPA and DHA total. Shopping cues. Choose species known for EPA and DHA. Sardines, salmon, trout, herring, anchovies, Atlantic or Spanish mackerel. Use the FDA and EPA fish chart to plan servings and keep mercury low while you raise EPA and DHA. Look for clear country of origin and responsible farm or fishery labeling. Buy canned oily fish in water or olive oil for a budget-friendly win. Type Omega-3 upgrade if you will swap 1 tilapia night for sardines, salmon, trout, or herring this week. Save this video so you can plan 2 EPA and DHA dinners for the next 7 days. For many of us living with sore joints, creeping inflammation, or nagging memory worries, the wrong fish can push the body in the wrong direction. The good news is simple. The right fish choices do the opposite. They deliver EPA and DHA omega-3 fats that calm inflammation, selenium and B12 that protect nerves and blood vessels, and clean, complete protein that helps preserve strength. Pick wisely and you get safer mercury levels, real brain and heart protection, and a grocery bill that stays friendly. You are not just eating dinner, you are investing in steadier balance, clearer thinking, and energy that lasts. Stay with me because we are moving from the danger list to the keep for life list. In the next minutes, I will reveal the 4 best fish for adults over 60, what to buy on a budget, how often to eat them, and simple ways to prepare them so you actually enjoy every bite. Keep watching until the end because number 1 is the most affordable pick that quietly delivers the most EPA and DHA per dollar. Let us start with a small fish that deserves a permanent place on your table. Best fish number 4. Wild-caught Pacific cod. If most people hear healthy fish, they think salmon or maybe tuna. Sitting quietly in the background is a real workhorse that deserves a regular spot on your plate after 60. Wild-caught Pacific cod. It is mild in taste, easy to digest, budget-friendly, and far cleaner than many larger fish. Most important, it checks the boxes that matter for strength, memory, and steady energy as we age. Start with protein, the raw material for muscle. A typical home plate serving a Pacific cod, think a fillet about the size of your hand, delivers roughly 20 to 40 grams of complete, easy-to-use protein with very few calories and very little fat. That is the kind of protein profile that helps fight age-related muscle loss without weighing you down or upsetting your stomach. If you struggle to hit your daily protein target, cod makes it simpler because you can enjoy a larger portion without a heavy meal. Cod also brings powerful micronutrients that many people over 60 do not get enough of. It is a reliable source of selenium, a tiny but mighty mineral that supports your thyroid, helps your immune system work properly, and acts like a shield against everyday oxidative stress. That is the slow wear and tear that can speed up aging. Cod also provides vitamin B12 for healthy nerves and steady energy, and phosphorus to partner with calcium for stronger bones. These are quiet wins that add up over time. Purity matters more with seafood than almost any other food. Here cod shines. Wild Pacific cod live in cold northern waters, and they do not sit high on the ocean food chain. That means they typically carry low mercury compared with long-lived predatory fish. For many seniors who want fish, they can eat weekly without worry. This is a real advantage. Add to that the strong track record of sustainable management in Alaska waters, and you have a choice that is good for your health and the health of the fishery. Comfort and digestion count too. Some people find richer fish a bit heavy at night or after a light appetite day. Cod is firm and flaky, gentle on the stomach, and very forgiving in the kitchen. If salmon sometimes feels too rich for you, try cod on evenings when you want something satisfying that still feels light. How you cook it makes a difference. Keep the heat moderate, bake, steam, or poach until just opaque, and finish with a drizzle of olive oil or a few slices of avocado and a squeeze of lemon. That tiny bit of healthy fat helps you absorb fat-soluble nutrients and makes the meal more filling. Pair with roasted vegetables and a simple whole grain for a complete plate your muscles and brain will thank you for. Shopping tips are simple. Look for wild-caught Pacific cod from Alaska or the North Pacific. Frozen is often just as nutritious as fresh, sometimes fresher, and usually more affordable. If you prefer ready-to-cook options, choose plain fillets rather than heavy-breaded products, then season at home with herbs, pepper, lemon, and a pinch of salt if your doctor allows it. Wild-caught Pacific cod may not be flashy, yet it is one of the most efficient, clean, senior-friendly proteins you can choose. It supports muscle, protects the brain through key micronutrients, is low in mercury, easy to digest, and budget-wise. If staying strong, steady, and independent is your goal, this quiet hero deserves a regular place on your dinner table. Best fish number 3, sardines. If you are over 60, do not scroll past this tiny fish. I know sardines look simple. A small can, a simple label. But inside that can is one of the most powerful foods a senior can eat. This is not hype. It is physiology you can feel. Start with omega-3. Sardines are loaded with EPA and DHA. These are the exact fats your joints, heart, and brain crave after 60. As we age, the body makes more inflammatory chemicals and clears them more slowly. That is why knees ache, blood pressure creeps up, and thinking can feel foggy. Omega-3 works like a cool wave on a slow burn. It helps calm the fire, supports flexible arteries, and keeps blood flowing smoothly. People who eat oily fish at least twice a week have lower rates of heart disease and better day-to-day function. Sardines make hitting that target easy and affordable. Now, bones. Many seniors do not get enough vitamin D. Skin makes less with age and time outdoors may be limited. One can of sardines gives a meaningful dose of vitamin D along with calcium and phosphorus from the soft edible bones. That combination is special because it arrives together in a food matrix your body knows how to use. Stronger bones, better balance, less worry about falls. Every bite does more than fill you up. It quietly feeds your frame. What about safety? Sardines live low on the food chain and eat plankton. They do not spend long years accumulating mercury like large predators do. That makes them one of the cleanest choices for regular eating. The FDA lists sardines among the best choices for older adults who want the benefits of fish without the heavy metal risk. If you have avoided fish because of mercury, sardines are your easy yes. Energy and nerves matter too. Sardines deliver vitamin B12 in abundance, and that becomes more important with each decade. Low B12 can show up as fatigue, numbness, and a fog that does not lift with coffee. Sardines give you B12 in a form your body can absorb, along with complete protein to feed muscles. That is crucial because muscle is your independence. It keeps you steady on stairs, strong on walks, and able to carry your own groceries. A small can of sardines gives you high-quality protein that your body can actually use. Let us talk real life. Sardines are shelf-stable, budget-friendly, and fast. Open the tin, and lunch is ready in 1 minute. Mash with a little olive oil and lemon and spoon over whole grain toast. Toss into a tomato salad with parsley and capers. Fold into warm pasta with garlic and a sprinkle of chili flakes. Or keep it simple. Crackers, Dijon. Done. If you are new to the taste, start mild. Look for boneless, skinless in water or olive oil and add a squeeze of lemon. Most people are surprised by how clean and fresh it feels. If this sounds like a smart add to your week, make it practical. Put 2 cans on your list right now. Place them where you will see them. On the counter beside the fruit bowl or next to the kettle. Eat 1 can this week and 1 next week. Then notice the quiet wins. Fewer morning aches, a steadier walk, more even energy. If you feel a difference, tell us in the comments. Your story helps another senior try their first can with confidence. Best fish number 2. Wild-caught Alaskan salmon. If there is one fish that works like food and medicine at the same time, this is it. For people over 60, every bite delivers help for the heart, the brain, the muscles, and the immune system. You feel the difference because the nutrients are the exact ones the aging body uses most. Start with omega-3 fats. Salmon is rich in EPA and DHA. These are the brain's building and repair fats. Seniors with higher omega-3 levels show larger brain volumes and stronger memory on testing. That means salmon does not only slow decline, it helps you stay sharp and steady into your 70s and 80s. Inflammation calms down too. EPA and DHA act inside your cells to cool chronic inflammation that stiffens joints, narrows arteries, and raises heart risk. People who add oily fish to the week often see lower inflammatory markers and easier movement. For daily aches and morning stiffness, this matters. Protein is the next win. As we age, the body uses protein less efficiently. That is why muscles shrink even when you feel you are eating enough. A typical serving of salmon gives about 40 grams of high-quality protein that is easy to absorb. That supports balance, leg strength, and independence. Look at the color. The rich pink-orange comes from astaxanthin, a rare antioxidant found in wild salmon. It helps protect cells from oxidative stress, supports eye and skin health, and works alongside omega-3 to support recovery after effort. Think of it as light armor for your tissues. Micronutrients round out the package. Salmon provides selenium for antioxidant defense and thyroid support. Vitamin B12 and B6 for nerve health and steady energy. Vitamin D for bones and immunity. These are the exact nutrients many older adults do not get enough of, and salmon delivers them together in a form the body recognizes. Safety and purity matter. Wild Alaskan salmon live in cold, clean waters and eat a natural diet. They tend to be low in mercury and are listed among the best fish choices on national guidance charts. That makes them a smart weekly staple without the heavy metal worry that comes with large predatory fish. How you cook it makes a difference. Keep the heat moderate. Bake, poach, or steam until just done. Add a spoon of olive oil or a few slices of avocado for flavor and better absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. Pair with greens and a squeeze of lemon. Simple to make, easy to digest, powerful for recovery. If you want a practical start, plan 2 salmon meals this week. 1 fresh fillet cooked gently. 1 can of wild Alaskan salmon mixed with yogurt, lemon, and dill on whole grain toast. Then notice the quiet wins. A clearer head, a more confident walk, less morning stiffness. Share your results in the comments so another viewer knows they can begin too. Best fish, number 1. Rainbow trout. Salmon often gets a spotlight, yet for people over 60, rainbow trout quietly checks every box. It is clean and low in mercury. It delivers brain-friendly omega-3s. It brings the minerals and B vitamins aging bodies use most. And it is gentle to digest with a mild taste many seniors prefer. Start with safety. U.S. farm-raised rainbow trout is produced under strict oversight in clean freshwater systems. Guidance lists trout among the best choices for regular meals, with consistently low mercury. That makes it a reliable pick when you want the benefits of fish without the heavy metal worry. Now the nutrition. A typical serving of rainbow trout provides about 1,000 milligrams of omega-3s, the EPA and DHA that help the heart and the brain. Omega-3s calm chronic inflammation, support flexible arteries, and protect memory networks. Seniors with higher omega-3 status tend to show better brain volume and steadier thinking on testing. Add the complete, easy-to-digest protein in trout, and you get solid support for muscle maintenance, balance, and independence. Minerals matter after 60, and trout delivers. Potassium helps counter excess sodium and supports healthy blood pressure. Phosphorus partners with calcium to keep bones dense. Selenium works as a powerful antioxidant defender. You also get iron and zinc for energy, immune function, and taste and smell. Then come the B vitamins. Trout is rich in niacin, which supports a better cholesterol profile, and in vitamin B12, which helps nerves fire smoothly and keeps fatigue and brain fog at bay. There is practical value too. The fillet is tender and flaky, so it is easy to chew and easy on the stomach. If stronger tasting fish put you off, trout's mild flavor makes it simple to eat 2 fish meals a week without boredom. Bake, pan-sear, or grill at medium heat with olive oil, lemon, and herbs. Keep the cooking gentle to protect delicate fats and vitamins. For an ultra-simple plate, serve with leafy greens and a small baked potato for extra potassium. Buying tips you can trust. Look for rainbow trout from the United States. Fresh or frozen both work well. Many stores also carry trout fillets that cook in 10 minutes. If budget is a concern, watch for weekly specials and buy 2 fillets to cover the week's target. Rainbow trout is a senior-friendly all-rounder, clean and low in mercury, rich in omega-3s, selenium, potassium, niacin, and B12, high in quality protein, mild and versatile on the plate. If there is one fish to keep in your rotation to support heart health, brain function, bones, and immunity, rainbow trout earns the top spot. So this is the bottom line after 60. The fish you choose can quietly pull you toward disease or push you toward strength. Some choices load the body with contaminants and inflammation that chip away at your heart, your brain, and your joints. Other choices feed every cell with clean omega-3 fats, protective minerals, and high-quality protein that helps you stay steady on your feet and clear in your mind. The difference shows up in real life. It decides whether you carry your own groceries, walk the stairs with confidence, remember names with ease, and wake up ready for the day. You do not need a complete overhaul to change your trajectory. Start with one swap this week. Replace a risky option with a healing one. Trade the canned light lunch for sardines on whole grain toast. Choose wild Alaskan salmon or rainbow trout instead of farm tilapia. Pick wild Pacific cod when you want a gentle white fish that still builds muscle. 2 fish meals a week can begin to calm inflammation, support memory, and protect your heart. What you place on your plate tonight becomes the quality of your life tomorrow. Keep it simple. Buy once, cook twice. Season with lemon and olive oil. Bake or steam at a moderate heat so the delicate fats stay intact. Then notice the changes that follow. Looser joints, clearer thinking, better energy. At Senior Strength 60+, we believe aging can be powerful when your choices are guided by science. If this helps you, tap the like button so more people can find it. Share this video with a friend who loves seafood. Subscribe to Senior Strength 60+, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next step in your plan. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which fish will you choose for your next meal, and what will you swap out? Tell me in the comments, and I will read as many as I can. Here is to smart choices, and here is to living stronger for longer.